The most important message for you this week that is coming through in the cards is this Magician card. This is really about your overarching life path, the energy available to you now, and who you truly are. And you might be missing it, which is really dangerous in the grand scheme of your life. Spirit's wanting you to know that, sure, there's more work to do, there's more components to collect, but you as a soul have everything you need right now to step more fully into who you truly are and who your soul really wants you to become in this lifetime. I'm Joy Giovanni, Joyful Medium. This is the weekly reading for July 24th to 31st. Let's look at all of the energy and potential, and we'll see how this magician guidance really plays more into every aspect of this week's energy and how this is really the most powerful way for you to show up with intention, with wisdom, knowing yourself, your values, who you truly are, what's in integrity for you in the world, and then acting accordingly. Not because you need to perform, but for someone else, but because you have the power to be your full aligned self. And that is how you're going to get what you most truly need and want right now. Let's take a little bit more look, because this card showing up is not just a very specific message for you, but it's a powerful backing to the rest of this really powerful energy. Big changes are available right now to you in the best possible ways. This King of Pentacles card is often in tarot called the Midas touch card. And for those of you too young to remember who just don't know the reference, King Midas, it said everything he touches turns to gold. Now, of course, because he doesn't use temperance and hasn't done his personal development, King Midas ends up turning everything to gold, even the food, even the people he loves, and ultimately even himself. So the reminder here is to stay grounded, to stay in integrity with who you are, with how you want to spend your dollars, with how you want to spend your time, with what you want to give your attention to, which, as we know, is one of the greatest earthly commodities right now. And if you are in alignment, you can really turn lots of things in your life to gold. This is letting me know that if you have some sort of channel or platform, really be putting your integrity behind what you're putting out there right now. And if you don't, and if you're just a consumer of media like most of us are, really be dialed in with your integrity of what you're giving your attention to right now, your time to. Is it just blind scrolling, or are you learning skills through this scrolling, right? Is it a podcast that makes you stressed out and overwhelmed and unhappy? Or is it a podcast that is really getting you more dialed in with the skill you want to have, something you want to learn about, being inspired, hearing from an inspiring person, right? So you have a lot of free will choice here, but there's so much potential if you just make a little bit of effort to focus it in the best possible way right now. This is a really powerful energy. Excuse me. This also lets me know that you've learned a lot about your own resources. And it's a reminder, hypothetically, if you're someone who knows I need X amount of sleep to function my best and to give my 100%, Spirit saying, get that amount of sleep, because this is what we've been preparing for, is the vibe here. This next card, Pentacles again. And the beautiful thing about Page of Pentacles, especially combined with this King of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles is like a doubling down card. It also is often like next chapter of this thing that you really want or have been focusing on. So hypothetically, if you're someone that has like a store and you've been wanting to also do a catering business or also expand to another store, there's potential to move that dream forward right now. You are the magician. Remember, I said I'd keep tapping back into this overall message. Sure, there might be permits you need or things you need to learn or stuff you have to brush up on, or maybe, there's data for you to collect, but you're fully capable. If you've been putting in your work, your due diligence, your aligned action, then you can really move mountains now. And if it's something that has been feeling kind of stale or stagnant in your day-to-day experience in your human life, Spirit's really asking you to give it another look, right? Maybe it's a project that you put to the side. Maybe it's something that you've been loved in the past but are feeling frustrated with right now, because this is also a time for reinvention. And the magician is the perfect one to reinvent, turning like toads into flowers, for example. That's you right now. So if there's something you're not liking that's showing up in your day-to-day experience or the way your life is rolling out, you really have a lot of ability to sway the energy now by the free will action that you're taking. And with this Page of Pentacles, it lets me know probably there is something that you would be wise to learn right now. Is there a new certification for you? Is there a deepening of a skill? Is there a platform that really helps you with your business or the running of your household or managing your finances or your resources in some way? And is there like a deeper version that you could get everything even like more dialed in if you just gave it a little consistency and time and attention? What you are putting your mind power and your action to right now, there is the potential for it to like really move quickly and in a way that increases you like tenfold right now. So this is very exciting energy. And as another part of this magician energy, spirits really want to put lots of cards on the table for you today, even in this 4-card message. We have the Lovers card. Now, sometimes the Lovers card can be actual relationships, soulmate connection. And I want to just remind you here that soulmate doesn't always mean romance, although it can. My best friend is one of my soulmates. Shout out, bestie. I think we have soulmate loves that show up in different areas of our life. So this can be a deepening of a connection with like a soul friend or a soul connection for you. But interestingly, Archangel Raphael is the ruler of this Lovers card in tarot. So maybe it's a wonderful opportunity for you as a divine creator soul, as someone who can connect with angels and guides, a wonderful time for you to work with Archangel Raphael in a more tangible way for your own healing, for your own expansion, just to work into those gifts in a different way. As a little side note, this Lovers card can also be about travel or moving, right? So any way we move, whether it's moving for a trip, moving office, moving home, moving our physical body, if we really want to stretch it to the edges, you're the magician. If there's something like maybe there's a health thing that you've been wanting to work on, because Archangel Raphael is the healing angel, how can we make small, concerted, wise, intentional effort, if it's a medical thing with the advice of your physician, please, towards what we actually really want? Because you can move mountains right now, even if it's in baby steps. That is part of this magician message for you. So call in Archangel Raphael. Actually, there is a Spirit Speakeasy episode that gives you all the details about Archangel Raphael and exactly how to connect with him. So if you search Spirit Speakeasy wherever you get your podcasts, a new episode every Monday, you can find that, and it gives you step-by-step instructions of how to work with Archangel Raphael and all of the ways that you can have him support you or work with him in your life. So highly recommend that, especially with this magician energy coming up, because maybe it's been in the back of your mind, do I have spiritual gifts? Am I intuitive? How do I trust my intuition? How do I connect with my guides or angels? This is Spirit directly saying to you, hey, it's up to you. It's up to you to feel that calling or interest in those gifts and then make the concerted, consistent, deep effort, as much or as little as you want, for depending what you want to do with these gifts. But you're being invited to differently wade your toes into the water right now. Archangel Raphael and this Lovers card is also about self-love and self-care. And the magician, number 1 card here, is all about ourselves and what we want to be in the world and how our soul wants to express in this lifetime. It's tough to see if you're watching the video version, but there is a little infinity sign over this magician's head. And that just reminds us that we have this connection with infinite wisdom, with our soul self, with our higher path. Our soul truly knows who we want to become in this lifetime, or the qualities that we have and want to express. And if there's something in your life that you're not experiencing now to the degree that you want, or in a way that you want, what are the inspired, aligned, guided actions that you can take? And how can you be using your energy and your resources to move yourself more towards the experiences that you want to create? And if you've already created a lot of them, which I know a lot of you here have, you guys are master manifestors, as the magician is. What do you want to double down on? What do you want to experience more of? Where can you push the edges? Where can you step out of your comfort zone a little more? You have all of the ability, and stepping out of that comfort zone also really helps you get even more inspired about what else there might be for you, how else you want to create that recipe of your life, how else you might want to share of yourself and your abundance, and also finding that deep day by day gratitude for all the abundance that you truly have in your world's earthly experience, and just knowing that you're the magician, you're highly intuitive, and you have much more energetic like say in the matter than you probably even realize. So thanks for being here with me today. Let me know how this is resonating with you. I would love it if you would like or share this with anyone who needs to know that they are the magician in their own life right now and what that means for them. New reading every Friday and new Spirit Speakeasy podcast episode every Monday, wherever you get your podcasts. Big hugs, lots of love. Bye for now.